Hey gang, welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows, and today we're looking at Brook City from Blacklist Games.
Brook City, designed by brothers Adam and Brady Sadler, is a 1 to 4 player cooperative crime-busting game.
In the game, players act as cops trying to solve a crime by collecting evidence, talking to witnesses, and taking down crime lords.
At the beginning of the game, the board is set up and players each select an officer, a criminal, and a crime to solve.
All the appropriate tokens are laid out, and each player places their cop and vehicle at the Brook City police station.
The vehicle, case, criminal, and lead decks are placed near the board. The first card is flipped from the lead deck, and the lead token is placed on the corresponding location. Players then draw 4 cards from their deck, and they're ready to begin.
Each turn consists of 5 phases. During the dispatch phase, officers refresh any cards in their area, and then draw and resolve a criminal card.
During the act phase, players can move, play a card from their hand, and take actions. Actions include gathering hunch tokens, performing an action on a card, moving additional spaces, or interacting with components on the board.
If a suspect is in the vicinity, players can play an encounter card. They roll the dice in an attempt to apprehend a suspect. Successful rolls result in progress tokens being added to the criminal cards.
A crime phase happens next, and the players must resolve all the crime cards in their area, and finally they add a card from their deck to their hand.
Once all the officers have played, it's the criminal's turn. Each card in the crime queue is activated, usually resulting in influence tokens being added to the suspect cards.
The case then activates its cards, and a new card is revealed and resolved as well.
Then it all starts back over. The officers have to collect all of the clue tokens, take down the primary criminal, and solve the case. If they can do all that before reaching a stress level of 10, they win. Brook City is an immersive miniatures game that uses a modular deck system instead of campaign modes. And that means that they have several different choices of criminals, several different choices of cases, and that you will mix and match those. And then all of the officers that you choose from as your player all have variable player powers. So there's a lot of variety in this game.
Yeah, you kind of get a unique experience every time you go through it. The version of the game that we played came with a nice giant play mat. I don't know if that's part of the campaign or what, where that'll be included, but that really helped to organize everything. So you kind of had a place for everything and you knew where it was going, which really helped our gameplay. We were able to jump into it much faster. And then, yeah, there was a lot of fun in just revealing, like, what's the next thing in the case going to tell us, or who's this new villain. There was a lot of fun in that experience just all over the board.
Yeah, and I also enjoyed the artwork for this. The style was great, and I love the parodies that they threw in, both with some, classic 80s cops with Gabe, and then some new celebrities that are out now.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun with that, obviously, and it was fun to hang out and enjoy that. I also just really felt like it created a great experience. Like, not that I'm opposed to zombies and pirates and whatever else, but there's so many other miniature games out there that are just superly over fantastical, and I really felt like this one was like a nice breath of fresh air because you're dealing with more real life, type of subjects, but it really created still a really fun experience, even though it was just normal boring humans and police cars. Like, it was a lot of fun to play through those people.
Yeah, I would say this is probably a medium weight, maybe medium heavyweight game. There were a lot of rules to get through, but they did have some good cheat sheets that helped you follow along on what you were supposed to do for each turn and each different phase of the game, which was very helpful.
Yeah, I think we played through it in about 2 hours, and that was with learning. It's a lot of work getting all over the board. We only played it as a 2-player game. I think it goes up to 4, so I'm sure your experience would be a little bit different the way depending on where everybody goes at on the board. But we had a really good time with it. If it sounds like something you would enjoy, be sure to check out Brook City on Kickstarter now. And then thanks for joining us and subscribing to our channel and all that great stuff. We love having you guys watch.